Hey guys, we're back with our next episode of Assassin's Creed Black Flag playthrough. We were looking for a rabbit at the end of the last episode. I just decided to buy it because ain't nobody got time for that. So what I'm gonna do is work on the Assassin's contracts. Hopefully there's not too many. There's two. Hopefully it's not something we have to leave the island for. So let's hit that up. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out and joining me. I really appreciate you. Let's just go. A group of Templar privateers recently ransacked merchant ships off the coast. They're hiding with their stolen goods somewhere in town. They're over there where the rabbits are. Hopefully we run across a rabbit. Okay, I did not mean to jump up here. I would like to stay out of combat, but don't usually.
Has he gone mad?
Has he gone mad? Yes, yes I'm mad. I'm mad looking for rabbits. Is that one? No, it's a freaking...
The women will say the trail sounded. Keep it easy.
Your guns, man. What's this over here? Yes. They got that rabbit. Where is he? Perfect. Yeah, we're doing that. Smoke bomb pouch 2. Hootia. We'll get the hootia. Alright, let's fast travel back by the assassins and hit up the other one. And we'll have done everything there is to do except the main quest, and we'll hit the main quest. Just this way. Chicka chicka ha ha. 67 grand we got. He's talking about, he's worried about getting riches. Reals. A group of outlaws responsible for a rash of violence and mayhem in the city. They often congregate in the swamp just outside the city, kill the leader and in their attacks. Right, hit me up on the map, let's see it. See, this is the point of doing all the fast travel things first. So you can sneak attack.
Time for us to make our move. Take back what we fetched. Stop!
Let's move fast. There's Betas. Free and clear. Just like that, you guys. Just like that. Alright, time to move on with the story. Down with the game's racism. It gets out of Wally.
By God, you're a sight for salty eyes. Come you in and have a drink.
Morning, all. I can wait. Who's this? Adewale, the Jackdaw's quartermaster.
Jackdaw. You named your brig after a poxy bird.
Yep.
Ade, these lads are the better part of our growing confederacy here. Ed Thatch, Ben Hornigold, James Kidd.
You let him carry a pistol, do you?
Peace, Ben.
Ade saved my life. And now we're looking to find a crew to fill out the rest of my ship.
Well, there's scores of capable men about. We use caution. A shipload of the King's sailors showed up a fortnight back, causing trouble and knocking about like they own the place.
Yeah, they
Right.
think they own it. Their
I'll see who I can
flags
muster.
are all over the place. You let him hold a gun. Rude. The meter indicates your crew's strength. Crew is a central resource that allows you to plunder ships, because ships require more crew to board. There are two ways to recruit crew. You can hire people in tavern to help pirates in trouble.
Send any men you find to the Jackdaw. I'll put them to work.
Cheers, Ade.
Cheers. Get up. Alright, let's start here. What? Don't let me fast travel anymore. Still not supposed to what I want to do.
Why would... Is he saying...
Over here next. What does that say? Room. Rooms for rent. What's it in? Thanks, I'll take your bullets if you don't mind. You still not fast travel?
A rough reception there, I'll wager. They had to clear their bottom to find water in that place.
Oh, rocky-ended tyrant!
You're a crow's dinner either way, Jack. Just accept it.
Always me!
On me. Pulled me from the deep there, Captain. Jack thanks you hardy.
Let you all live there.
idiot. Put your bed out. The hanging, it says. Where is the hanging? I don't know how to disarm people.
Captain Kenway, come fast. The soldiers trapped a man in the fire.
This pirate bears the blood of many.
And the guy just walks off. He's like, oh, I guess we're not hanging anybody today. I don't know how to disarm people, so... Here we are.
Now you'll want to sail somewhere rich with plunder.
Have you heard of a place called the Observatory?
Aye. It's an old legend, like El Dorado or the Fountain of Youth.
What have you heard?
It's meant to be a temple or a tomb, hiding a treasure of some kind.
That's it. See here.
Oh, rot. It's fairy stories you prefer to gold, is it?
It's worth more than gold, Thatch. 10,000 times above what we could pull off any Spanish ship.
Robbing the king to pay his porpoise is how we earn our keep here, lad. It ain't a fortune. It's a fantasy.
Small-minded people. Just there some in every generation. I'll be disarming if we could just kill some people. Girl. Alright, let's play games with Ben Hornigold so we can move on. Lots of water.
Morning, Kenway.
Good morning.
Not a bad-looking tinderbox you got there.
You sound a bit green, Hornigold.
Is it envy?
Is it envy? Is mine bigger than yours?
No, I reckon it's this Jamaican funk. I prefer the Spanish stuff. So, you've got yourself a fancy brig now. Fine. Well, I'm gonna teach you how to sail her right. And how to take a prize the proper way. Thatch, we'll catch you up at the old fishing village.
Aye.
Board ships to steal the cargo. Use the cargo to upgrade the jackdaw at the harbor master's or from your captain's cabin. That's where we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to freedom.
Where's your helmsman, Kenway?
I take pride in piloting my own ships, Ben. Keeps me alert.
Let's make some headway, shall we?
I've no need for schooling. How many prizes did we take together as privateers?
There's a chasm of difference between joining a raid and captaining one.
There's a prize worth taking.
Good. Take us in close. After you subdue a prize, project authority. Demand respect that you would never give yourself. This weaves a spell for soft minds. For your victims must always have in the back of their minds the uneasy idea that you could snap at any moment and unseam them from prick to sternum. Fire what cannons you will, and land a few strikes if you must, but for God's sake don't sink her. It's no fun fishing cargo out of the sea.
Although it...
When a ship is on fire, it means it's incapacitated. You can either get close and press 0 to board, and try to get all its cargo, shoot and sink it to get half the cargo. Unless it's a Spanish, unless it's a world convoy, then you can sink it and get all the money instead.
Que tengo un buen día, señor. I am Captain Hornigold, and this is my crew. We're sailors like yourselves, but quite unalike in our purpose. For we intend to take all that you own. Yet no harm shall befall any man so long as he remains at ease. Is that clear?
No me mate, señor. Tengo familia. Se lo suplico.
Anyone speak English? Inglés?
Little bit.
Tell your friends we're stealing your goods, and we won't hurt nobody if everyone stays as still as a sandbar. You got that?
Please to repeat.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Lock them in the hold, and take everything that isn't nailed down.
We've already done this several times, so we didn't need lessons, as he says.
Good take today, Kenway. Half a dozen scores of that size, and you'll be set for a year. Now let's sell this cargo and fix up your jackdaw with a few more trinkets.
What do you want me to sail? This way.
Sorta, yeah. I'm looking for a prize that'll set me up for life. Be king of the West Indies, then?
We came to Nassau to get away from the likes of kings.
Well, I'll be a man of property and promise anyway.
Jesus, let that dream go, lad. Nassau is the place to be, not England.
Do you ever dream of the big score? A ship so full of gold and silver, just split it and sail home.
Sure, but it's only a dream. Every man hopes to find a dozen chests of gold with no owners. They're as rare as an honest king.
We'll all throw up to the good.
Pass up Roman shipping ship.
Take a shot! Right there, sir! Fire! Ready to fire?
We're ready, sir!
Fire! Ready to grab hold of it! Get off the wind!
Captain has the helm.
Clews down! Catch some wind!
Let's catch some wind!
Studs up! Let's get moving!
We're coming together!
Bring them in for a speedy kiss!
sugar. Remember, old boy? That was a long time ago. Way up she rises, way up she rises, early in the morning. What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises. In the morning, put him in the scuppers with a hole pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hole pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hole pipe on him. Early in the morning, way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises. Early in the morning, put him in the brig until he's sober. Put him in the brig until he's sober. Put him in the brig until he's sober. Early in the morning, way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises. Early in the morning. Look here.
I think we're clear, sir.
Clear of what?
Reef the topsails and gallants!
Full for all your work!
Pull. We gotta get rid of Ben because we get whatever. Except we're not gonna be able to get rid of him until we get a high warning. Before we buy stuff, we gotta get everything that's going on here. Another letter in a bottle. Number 3. Of the city I called home for nigh 2 decades, I have nothing but fond memories. Boston was a place of great beauty and peace. My father was a cobbler by trade, and my mother kept a modest house as she raised me as best she could, and together we lived along the southern shores near the wharves that saw the tail ships in their comings and goings, shuttling all manner of good to and from this young colony. I remember being always fascinated by those ships and the promise of adventure they presaged, and it was not for want of distraction or imagination that I spent many mornings sitting upon the docks to watch them into the harbour from locations afar or disappear from it, sinking into the horizon as silently as a dream. I wondered then what lay beyond that thin line of azure, and in wandering set the course of my desire. I wished to travel, to discover. So it was that I knew from these early days that I would not live out my life in Boston, but range far and wide in search for the source of the strange secrets within me. Of that more shall be writ at another time, but let it be known that I was content for a time, and I love my parents very much. Oh, we got this early image of the sun and its spots. Wow. Published in the 16th century by Athanasius Kirchert, thought to be from the collection of Peter Beckford. On the Tabula Rudolphinae by Johanna, is possible connection to Emperor Rudolph II. Getting all the stuff from Beckford. A Map of the World by Abraham Ortelius, creator of what may be considered the first modern map world atlas, once a part of Peter Beckford's collection. A map once used to navigate Christopher Columbus, by the navigator Christopher Columbus, taken from the collection of Peter Beckford. Ancient Mayan codex still extant, currently being held in Dresden, once owned briefly by the wealthy plant owner Peter Beckford. Plantation owner. We're stealing all the stuff from Peter Beckford. Shanties. Yep. Whoop. What do you do with a drunken sailor? I thought I heard Leave Johnny Lever. At those boots, way high. Oh, poor Stormy's dead and gone. Storm along, boys, storm along, John. And we got new people. We got Ben Hornigold. Benjamin Hornigold was likely born in Norfolk, England. Although this has not yet been verified, all other information about his life is unknown as yet. The first recorded instances of him are of his early exploits as a pirate in the West Indies around 1713 to 1714. He was one of the earliest pirates to emerge from the end of the Spanish War of Succession, which gives us good reason to believe he was one of the many hundreds of privateers who were left without a gainful employment in the ensuing peace. Like many other British mariners, Hornigold spent much of his time in the Bahamas, eventually settling in Nassau. It was from here he launched his career of a full-fledged pirate, though he likely thought of himself as a privateer in the early years at least. Skillful sailor and a strategist, Hornigold lacked some of the ruthlessness required to be a truly successful pirate, and until 1760 refused to attack English ships with a sense of loyalty to his home country. A pirate with a sense of honor would make a superb hero, in my humble opinion, if our edits to Edward Kenway don't pan out. Agreed. His lack of facial hair is a bonus, and the beard on most of these guys look like owl's nests. Ugh. Edward Thatch, known variously by different sources: Thatch, Teach, Leech, Touch, Teach, Tack, and more. We are fairly certain that Edward was born in and around Bristol and took the sea at an early age, most likely in his teens. It is also speculated to arrive in the West Indies quite soon after leaving England. If that is indeed the case, Ed Thatch would have seen his fair share of war of Spanish succession and protracted fight between most of the empires of Europe that pitted Britain against royalists, Spain and France. In the early years from 1700 to 1713, he would have been a privateer, or at the very least a merchant seaman doing his part for the crown, Queen Anne at this time. But with the Treaty of Utrecht bestowing peace upon the troubled Europe in 1713, Thatch and his fellow sailors would have found themselves far from home and out of work. They thus turned to piracy as a means of sustaining themselves. In ensuing years, Thatch befriended a captain named Benjamin Hornigold, and soon after joined his crew as a quartermaster at some point between late 1714 and early 1716. Settling in Nassau, Thatch, Hornigold, and the rest of the flying gang, as the pirates called themselves, began cooking up schemes far larger than most pirates of the era dared dreamed. Wanting nothing less than a country of their own, they worked to turn Nassau into a place of liberty and freedom for all who desired and escaped from bonds of imperial rule. James Kidd is a young man with a long and checkered past. Not yet out of his teens, he is a cocky and confident lad with a brashness cultivated to count as youth. He also claims to be a bastard son of the late William Kidd, the infamous privateer turned pirate who was captured and hanged in British authorities in 1701. Although James has no proof of this connection, his mother always insisted on claiming that she spent a single panic night of passion with Captain Kidd just before his departure from London in 1695. Growing up fatherless with a spendthrift mother did little to improve his prospects for leading a normal life, and by the age of 12 had found employment among merchant vessels sailing between the British colonies in North America and the West Indies. By the time he was 17, James called Jamaica his home, and he further honed his skills as a sailor there. Although he never sailed with the likes of Ben Hornigold, Ed Thatch, or Edward Kenway, James was among the first sailors to settle in Nassau and was a crucial figure in its development as a republic. Hey, we got Nassau. Originally founded as another Charlestown, the city renamed Nassau in honor of King William III of the House of Orange-Nassau. The city was particularly colourful past. In 1706, the city's official appointed governor skipped town, thus severing the crown's direct control over the Bahamas. The island languished for almost a decade in the hands of British citizens with little or no interest in statesmanship. And by 1713, the entire region had become a haven for pirates, and it was in this period that Ben Hornigold declared Nassau to be a pirate republic. He proclaimed himself governor, and therefore every pirate of any sense and reputation used Nassau as base of operation, transforming the small city of barely 1,000 residents into a nest of infamous bastards, according to the governor of Bermuda. Great find on the pirate republic. I've heard of that, but thought it was all bogus. It's wonderful. I mean, not wonderful for people who got murdered, ravished, and ruined, but fantastic for our purposes. Gives us an anchor. Landmarks. And on the newly discovered Nassau. A drinking spot named the Old Avery Tavern. Hold on. Yep, gonna have to cut that section out of this episode. Too long. Oh well. Anyway, this drinking spot named after the king of pirates Henry Avery was highly popular amongst British seafarers in the early 18th century. Legend had it that Avery himself once had a financial stake in several establishments throughout the West Indies, but that appears to be nothing more than self-promotion. I believe it was burned to the ground by a disgruntled pirate in the 1750s. Disgruntled pirate. The Queen Staircase. 56 steps carved directly into the promontory rock. The Queen Staircase connected the lower town to the fortifications above. Slaves carved the step by hand in 1773 and 1774 into the 112 solid limestone cliff. 102 foot, 31 meter. Saw it in my hand one. Too bad the steps don't match our virtual experience. Local legend was that the steps were carved to honor Queen Victoria's reign, one step for every year. I call BS. Queen Victoria wasn't born yet in 1774. They saw it coming. Anyway, it's a cool structure. I say we sneak it in. No fudging dates. You're such a killjoy. It's too iconic to leave it out. Goes in. So it's not time for the Queen's Staircase yet. That's funny. I've seen it myself too when I went to Bahamas. Climbed them. It was not fun. Apparently we weren't done with the database. What else is in here? Fauna. Oh, we got the rabbits. I don't see anything. Where's the rabbits? I guess crocodile. It's a large tropical dwelling tetrapod. Crocodiles can measure up to 15 feet long, weigh up to 2,000 pounds, and live up to 70 years of age. The prehistoric-looking predator preys on birds, fish, insects, and other reptiles, and people if you get in the water with them. The species has survived the threat of multiple mass extinctions, and today remains classified as critically endangered. Crocodiles have been known to indulge in cannibalistic behavior. Because of this, they live in groupings of the same size. Not to be confused with alligators, crocodiles are bigger, lighter in color, and have narrow snouts, although to attack humans, the crocodiles are more likely to flee than react aggressively when approached. While someone is relating crocodiles and cannibalism, the crocodiles kill we encounter must have been especially bitey. Can we keep the focus more on the subjects whose ancestors or descendants impacted history? That's funny. Alright. Loot it. Let's go this way if we can. Thank you.
Of all these senseless... Why?
Why? I love those things. Alright. I swear. Gosh! How about you run when I tell you to run? Got it! Unbelievable. Thought we were gonna lose that one for sure. Boat near the butte. Why are you trying to scare me? Yeah, go back up. Let's happen to discover it as well.
Atravesando los montes.
He tenido que contratar 2 carreteros más. Y aún así apenas doy a...
Open sesame. Just back there, the rest of the stuff. And this one.
Otro borrachuto. Caramba.
Viva Málaga la bella. Y viva los verdeales. Que cuando baila mi niña, hasta el mismo sol que sale, se va muriendo de envidia.
Hey!
Un trago, compañero.
Got the nice music, huh?
Hay grandes guerras
Hey, there you go.
publican entre
Alright, we'll see about getting back to get more information in a minute.
fugan y al conde solo nombran por capitán general.
Going this way. Where are you going? Okay, all that's left is the assassin's contracts. What? Don't breathe. Let me control. No, she drowned. Who else is here? Why are there people on the ground? It's not even deep. Can't believe I watched somebody drown. I've never seen that.
¿Puedo ayudarlo en algo?
Sí. Finish our memory 3 at 100%. That's what I like to see. Could you wait before we roll out?
Swim us off the wind!
That was a rumble, by God. How do we fare?
A fine purchase, no mistake. Now I think it's time to lay low and bribe our way back into secrecy.
Agreed. So, how do we get rid of this notoriety we've stirred up?
Money, my boy. A well-placed bribe to the right government official will see the military off your tail.
Right, let's do that. I'll need to meet these good Samaritans at some point.
Smart thinking.
We're headed.
Douse the royals! Come!
Tonsils in! Clue up!
Clue up! Clue up! Yes, I would like to upgrade my ship some more before we try to take on wanted ships. Because they start at brig level.
¿En qué puedo ayudarlo hoy?
Sweet. Okay, we can update our... Nope, we can't do any of this. Gotta go further in the story.
Seguro que será provechoso para los dos.
I'm hoping he'll leave me alone now when I do this. So I can move on with my life, you know what I mean?
Up.
You're a wonder, Kenway. You've a knack for this kind of work.
It ain't work if you love it.
Sarge.
But I ain't doing this forever, lads. Only until I get enough coin to buy some land and influence back home.
Jesus, will you listen to your tripe? Still dreaming on about that strumpet back in England when you could have any better you wanted here and now.
Ah, such lofty goals for you gents. And here I thought I was in the company of scoundrels. Fine purchase today. What's the crew's mood?
All smiles and no teeth. And there's a few talking about meeting with Master Kid to steal from a nearby plantation.
Plantation? That's ambitious.
Profitable too, if we can manage it.
Aye. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I could have did that, but I want to upgrade my ship more. Now we got rid of Hornigold.
¿Necesita algo?
We'll never buy that stuff again. Ram! Yeah, we want a mortar. No, use 5 barrels like that. Yeah, no heavy shot. More mortars. A little more crew. Need more cloth. Not much though. I want more cargo storage. Yeah, we want to be able to store up to 1,000 of each for sure. Then we gotta work on my railroad actually. Wood. Alright, so to get more armor on this, we need more wood. Definitely want to finish the round shot strength. So now we need a bunch of metal and wood. Ton of metal, ton of wood. So we can keep going on these upgrades. Alright, let's upgrade my boat as well. I like the striped sails because they're just awesome. Look at them. We want we just got sails and the figurehead. Well, I need wood because I like that one, I think. But we'll go with the Phoenix. And let's see what wheel we want. I think I like the Kraken wheel. There we go. Ammunition, fill her up. We'll be out of money here soon. Except we can still sell cargo. We can sell iguana. We can sell the pig. We don't need pigs. We've upgraded the pig. We can sell the bows now because we'll get more. The howling monkey, and then we keep it there. Alright. Let's not skimp out on anything. If it just costs money, we'll do it. Don't care about 5 barrels. Definitely want to finish heavy shot. No. Definitely multi shot first. Those two to the end. Oh, because now we can get more. So we need more cloth, we need more. But now we are bad to the bone. Heavy shot do damage to your enemies but only at close range. Go, fella, friends. That's our beauty.
Que el destino le sonría, Capitán.
So, we're probably gonna do a bunch of pirating in the next few episodes. Fill off all of our coffers so we can upgrade our ship as much as possible. And do a lot of exploration as we make our way over to Captain Kidd, which is on the other side of the world, of our map anyway. So hey, thanks so much for hanging out and joining me. Until next time, you know what I'm gonna say. Peace.